Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Good evening, depending on the time zone that you're watching me from. Welcome to my today's video. My good name is Kamanja, and guys, this is my good channel. First and foremost, let me take this opportunity to thank all of you for actually coming out in numbers to support me. God bless you. I only ask my good Lord to bless you abundantly. You know, your support is what I cannot take in for granted, and I always assure you for that your support is so immense to me, and it means a lot to my to this channel. So you are part and parcel of this channel. You are the pillars of this channel. God bless you. For my returning viewers, guys, I really don't know how to express myself and my love for you guys, but what I only ask is God to bless you. For those guys who are passing across this channel for the first time, let me take this opportunity to welcome you and actually assure you that this is a channel that you won't regret being. This is where the truth is always spoken. This is where everything is always put straight. So don't fear. Actually, show me your love by subscribing to this channel and let us actually grow together. That is what I can tell you. Guys, all my good people. I've actually gotten a lot of criticism from my last video. Oh, Kamanja, you are not telling us the truth. You are actually clickbaiting. No. Guys, I always ask my good audience. I always ask for those guys who always watch me. Check my punctuations. Just check my punctuations. I cannot miss a point. I only told you that, is it true? This is happening. So check my punctuations. I don't like clickbaiting. I don't like, and after all, if I clickbait, what is the benefit? Because, you know, I told you we have, I don't know, 3 kinds of audience. We have people who will look at the title and they will expect what is written in the title to happen. Those are people who are always caught with what? Clickbaits. That, oh, they want to see what is written in the title happening. What if I say the world is coming to an end? Will you panic? Or what if I write, is the world coming to an end? And then I put a question mark on after it. Guys, go check my punctuations. And I'm always here to tell you what I always say. It is my own opinion, and actually I come out with it with a clean heart. Me, I don't want to take sides or this and this, but I want to actually correct those guys who was maybe thinking that Kamanja is clickbaiting or doing this. No, I am saying the truth. I don't like sugarcoating. I don't like clickbaiting. And by the way, I always watch a lot of people who clickbait. But I've never seen you guys commenting on their channels that, oh, you guys, you are clickbaiting. You are telling us that you are becoming a lie. Yeah, all of us might be. You know, we have several ways of killing a rat. This might be my way of only killing a rat. So there is no need of you coming out and criticizing, oh, you guy, you're cheating us. Who are you to judge me that I'm cheating you when I'm telling you something that I know? So that is it, guys. So I only wanted to correct you guys. I only wanted to tell you the truth. It's not that I'm angry. It's not that I'm bitter. But I told you that I'm always contented. I'm always satisfied with whatever thing I get after my every video. That is what you are supposed to me. So for my good mothers and dads, for those guys who support me, thank you very much for actually being there for me. And I will always be there for you. You know, I won't fail you. That is what I want to tell you. And I want, I always bring out content. I always bring out matters that we discuss and get the right thing. You know, I always think from the ground. That is, I don't overthink. Number one, me, I don't overthink. I always bring things the way they are. And wonder, many people find it very much complicated because, you know, Kamanja, I don't leave any stone unturned. I will always tell you that, you know, this remote, this is a remote and it is a black one. And I will always tell you this black remote it is supposed to be like this or like that, like this. That is it. That is what I am supposed to be telling you. So guys, welcome and feel most welcome. Let us discuss. Today, I have actually prepared up some good topic for you. And I want us to discuss this. Let us not shift blames. Let us not blame this one or let us not do this. But where we are supposed to put the exact blame to, let us actually face the real elephant in the house. Guys, I'm talking this about Matiko's worsening condition. Matiko has just been rushed again to the hospital. Not just yesterday, but today. As I'm speaking now, Matiko has been rushed to the hospital. It's a referral. You know what we mean by a referral? Where Matiko was taken yesterday, it is just a local medical facility. And I want to tell you a lot of things are missing from that facility. And even Max One told us that if things were to worsen, Matiko was to be taken for a CT scan, not here in Nyaboanse, but in a more improvised facility. So Matiko has been referred to a different facility after his condition worsened. Why did they take too long to actually handle the whole matter? Why did they take too long? That is my biggest question, Where was Max One when this condition was happening? Before it worsened, where was he? Where was Matiko's mother or Matiko's father? Where were all these guys? So they only waited for Matiko to get worse so that they start filming him and telling people, oh, look at this. This is Matiko. Look at how he has actually deteriorated and everything. No. This is something that could have been done long time ago before even this condition worsened. In Swahili we say, usipoziba ufa, utajenga ukuta. Like if you don't mend a small crack on a wall, you'll be forced to actually to make a new wall. If you don't mend a very small crack on the wall, you'll be actually forced to build a new wall. And that is what I am seeing happening here. So guys, this is the story I have for you. Is it true that they have actually approached David Jr. for help? Is it true? Because I have seen the stories doing rounds. Or it's just people are just clickbaiting. Is it true that these guys have actually decided to approach David Jr.? And if they have approached David Jr. for any help, do you think David Jr. is going to step in and intervene so that Matiko gets the best medical attention that we wish? Guys, before I continue to tell you about Matiko's worsening situation, let me take this time to wish Matiko quick recovery. And I want to ask you guys also, even if, that we don't, I want to believe that nobody hates Matiko. Nobody is against Matiko. Matiko only found himself in the company of wrong people. It's not bad to wish him quick recovery. That's the greatest contribution we can do now towards Matiko. If we cannot send anything to help him or do anything, but it's good to sit and take your moment, a very 10 to 20 seconds of your moment, to wish him quick recovery and also to ask God to heal him. Because where he is headed, it is something that we don't want to guess. It is a place where we don't want to guess. But because things have happened the way they have happened, let us actually discuss this. We don't discuss this because we hate Matiko or we dislike Matiko. We are discussing this so that we prevent and we avoid the same circumstances happening. Maybe when Kamanja will be sick and maybe the wife is going to keep quiet and not tell people that Kamanja is sick or Kamanja is like this or this. Or when another person will be sick, let us not put things under the carpet. That is where the problem is. So we are going to discuss this. But before that, guys, let me actually address Gintu. Give me some 10 minutes so that I address Gintu. I saw Gintu's video. the other day. We must all agree that Gintu has run out of content. Gintu has either run out of content, or he has no source of content. So when somebody lacks content, it means automatically he doesn't have a source of that content. No wonder now Gintu is coming out to guess a lot of things. He's now doing pure clickbaiting. And you know, he has realized one thing, that number one, his channel is now on a dead bed. Yes, because the views are not viewing, content is not contenting. And when you look at his recent videos, you found out that this guy is looking for some trouble. He's actually looking for some trouble. I don't want to talk about the recent one. I want to talk about the one that he calls a young girl, Dimwango's daughter. And he has actually colluded with this young girl. Something is wrong with my light here, but I think it's now behaving well. I want to tell you that Gintu has colluded and has actually corrupted this young girl's mind for this girl to actually accept publicly that she is Dimwango's daughter. And I'm asking, do you think this young girl is Dimwango's daughter? The answer is absolutely no. It is a way that Gintu wants to attack Dimwango. It's a way that Gintu wants actually these guys, Dimwango, Marwa, to give him some audience. This is a way that Gintu is actually launching attacks towards the Ondaris. And it has been a long period of time. We have been asking Gintu to leave aside this family. I think he has made a fortune from this family. He has made a very big fortune from this family. That is what I want to tell you. Because since he started talking about this family negatively, he has built a house. He has done a lot of things. So it is high time for him to stop. If he has run out of content completely, he can as well sit somewhere and eat his actually retirement benefits from YouTube. That's how I can put it. Coming out to claim that Gloria Ngaira, a young lady, a very young girl who is in grade 10 at a school called Mabera Girls, St. Mary's Mabera Girls. Remember, I did a video about this young girl. When Gintu visited this girl in school, when this girl actually approached David Jr. for help, and actually Gintu hijacked that chance. Gintu blocked this young lady's actually luck from approaching David Jr. because I knew if this girl was to stick with David Jr. or to stick to what David Jr. wanted from her, she could have gotten help. She could have not been here begging people to help her settle her school fee. You know, for David Jr., things are just there. It's once and for all. You just go. If that help is there, he picks up that opportunity and you get the help. So, Gintu cheated this young lady. We saw Gintu like there is something wrong with the light here today. I don't know what is happening actually. Let me actually. Yo guys, because of the light system in the house, it has failed. So I have decided to come out. Remember, we are actually going back to the schools. The schools have reopened after a very long half term. We had a very big school unrest everywhere in Kenya. Schools were being burned down and everything. But from today, being a Monday of 29th, and schools are slowly reopening. This is a week of reopening schools. So I'm just doing this because in the next 2 to 3 hours I'll be leaving. I'll be off from this village of Nyabwanse to a far place called Narok County. That is where I am going to be. So I hope I'm very clear. I'm loud and clear. I'm very clear. You can see me properly. For those guys, this is Kamanja. This is my home actually. This is a place that you are well used to. This is my home. And I'm just chilling out, enjoying the cool breeze. Yeah, I'm enjoying the cool breeze of my little and humble home. So I was actually telling you about this story. This Gintu. Gintu is trying to make money through people. If he actually wants to help out this young girl by the name Gloria Ngaira, he's not supposed to actually make Gloria commit some crimes that she might not be knowing that she's committing some crimes, because when Gloria agrees and accepts to the whole public that Dee Mwango is her mother, what if a legal action is taken against this young girl for, number one, blackmailing Dee Mwango, number two, tarnishing Dee Mwango's name? Who do you think is going to be blamed? Obvious, it's Gintu. Why is Gintu trying to do so? If it is help, I've told you, this lady, David Jr. is not like David Jr. Was unable to help this young girl. She was only told to follow some protocol before the help was to come in. It was not conditional. But she failed, and because she thought that, being with Gintu and everything is going to be, that is how she's now actually hitting a block on the road. Like, what can she do? She has been living with Tinde Africa. Tinde does cooking videos, and I think she has been helping Tinde in her cooking videos, and maybe it's not now paying up. And because Gintu is just an opportunistic, he has grabbed this opportunity, and he is out here inciting this lady, not even inciting, and he is actually misguiding this young girl who needs help. After all, if there is a person who wants to help this young girl, number one, she's going to be misjudged, because where do you belong? Where do you come from? When you need help, you are supposed to be neutral. Like, oh, me, I need help. Kindly help me. Like the other day, this young guy called Mangare, the way he approached David Jr. at the gate and told him, no, I have left thieving. I'm not a thief anymore. I want you guys to help me. And even the Congress mom was there and everything. And I think this young boy, if there is help that is going to come through, maybe he is going to get help. So Gintu is supposed to be investigated. Number one, this young girl's life is not safe. In the company of somebody, a big man who is not married, in a lonely place, we really don't know what is happening behind the camera. We really don't know what is happening off the camera. So Gintu must be investigated. This is a young lady, a young girl who is approaching maybe adolescence, or she's an adolescent. She might be actually overexcited. Oh, I'm with a YouTuber, without actually at the expense of risking her life. We really don't know what is happening behind the cameras. And if any legal action is taken against this young girl for putting out false claims about Dee Mwango, because she is being forced, like, if you want me to help you, just go and announce that Dee Mwango is your mother. Who doesn't know this young girl? She's my neighbor, just from this side. She is my neighbor. My brother is married from their family. That's what I can tell you. I never wanted to tell you such a personal things. Yes, the family is not well off financially, but they are trying to meet their ends. They make their ends meet at the end of the day. The mother is not around. She's the firstborn to their mother, and the mother Lucy is not around. Maybe she's somewhere looking for. Economy in Kenya is very rough. And when this young lady was joining grade 10, the mother actually furnished. Those are the facts that Gintu is supposed to bring onto the board. Tell people that this young lady, being the firstborn, yes, she might not know the father. Because, we have a lot of kids who are born out of wedlock. She might not know the father. If the father could have been around, then it is good. The father was to actually come and take responsibility. Now that this young lady, at one point she was living at Sergio the Travelers, that's Pablo K.'s place. And I think that is where what actually made David Jr. not to chip in with help all that quick, because of what happened between the family and their family. You know all about David Jr. So this young lady has been here and there, within the church, out of the church, and everything. Now she's in grade 10. She genuinely, I want to tell you the truth, she genuinely needs help. That's to pay her school fee and everything. But the approach she's taking, I wish I could have met her. The approach this young girl is taking, I think this approach is destructive. This approach is not going to help her. And you know, it's just because Gintu wants to use this lady for views. He gains and leaves. It doesn't matter who is going to come forth and help this young girl. But to go to an extent of claiming that Dimwango, she is a biological daughter to Dimwango, it's a total mess. This is total jargons. How I wish somebody reaches her and advises her properly. She might be actually going off balance because she's being used. Number two, I've told you, this lady or this young girl, her life might be in danger because we really don't know what is happening off the camera between her and Gintu. She's an adolescent. She is overexcited, meeting up with a YouTuber, always seen on camera. You know, that for her, she feels like she is a celeb. But I don't think so. There is more than meets the eye all about this scenario. So for Gintu to avoid a lot of questions, he is supposed to be dealing with this matter like critically. Come on camera and tell people this is Gloria Ngaira, she needs your help, just like Marwa does, just like David Jr. does. If there is any person who is a well-wisher and wants to support this young girl, it's good. Somebody is going to come back and support her. Yes, we know parent irresponsibility rates is high in Kenya because of the economy. You know, you might not know why the mother just vanished like that with the other siblings. We've never seen the mother. The mother has got her own side of the story. Why she doesn't want to support the young girl go to school. It's because, I'm telling you, we are not beggars when we come and tell you that the economy is not economy. Let help us do this and do this. That is it. So let us agree that when one person comes out and begs and says, oh guy, help me do this, that is not begging. You must understand that Kenyan economy is very rough. More so for those guys who are middle class people and the lower class people. Kenyan economy is very rough. People are living below $1 a day. People are struggling outside here. But the fact that the mother to Gloria is struggling, or she is very quiet about her daughter's well-being, it is not supposed to justify Gintu to come out and make false claims towards a different family. Tell us that this is Lucy's daughter. She doesn't know about the father. The father has gone silent. How many deadbeat fathers we have around? People like Oira Sini. So that if there is somebody somewhere who wants to help this young girl, should come out and help the girl. But when you want this girl to join a cocoon of fools, a cocoon of criminals, that is actually distracting this girl. That is destroying this girl purely. Sokoro, nakuona. Hey, you are very smart in a suit. Very smart.
What do you mean?
Sasa unakumbuka miaka yako ile. Senior chief.
Bwana nataka nifike hapo.
Kwa matanga? Tulikuwa huko lakini mimi huenda huko jioni.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jioni ndio afadhali.
Kwa watu kama sisi our age.
Oh.
Watu
hata mimi niende pole pole.
Yeah.
Nitawahi kurudi.
Hiyo ni vizuri Sokoro. Otherwise uko mzima. Haya. Okay, that is my neighbor. I call him Sokoro because he's actually the age of my grandfather. Sokoro means grandfather. And we live peacefully. That is from his place to Gloria's place is just 1 meter away. So that is it. And I think this is purely disrespecting people's dignities. This is purely, even if you don't want Dimwango to continue being married to Pero, that's the Polish husband, you are not supposed to bring up such a stories about this adolescent girl being Dimwango's daughter. The whole, I know people, the audience to Gintu are going to believe that actually this is Dimwango's daughter. Because after all, she has spoken it out that she is my mother, that I am Dimwango's daughter. After being forced by Gintu. Gintu is not supposed to force young girl to agree something that is punishable. So what if this girl is punished because of this? Whom do you think is going to take that responsibility? Gintu is going to be blamed for this. Huh? Even if that is not how we are supposed to force for help, for support. Even if we need support, that is not the only way we are supposed to go out and ask people, oh, come support us, do this to us. No, it's not supposed to be done like that. So Gintu should take caution. He should know that what he's doing, this is a grave mistake that she is actually forcing this lady to commit. Many people might have wished to help this young lady. We have seen people, very young boys, being helped through Marwa's speech. We saw Baraka. We saw another person called Daniel. They all went to school and their fee was actually cleared. What do you think is taking long for Gloria's fee not to be cleared by sponsors? It's because she's being misguided. It's because she's dealing with somebody who cannot be trusted. She's because she is dealing with that opportunistic, somebody is very selfish and chasing his own selfish dreams. That is all I can talk about. So guys, let us not look at our kids being lost like that and being misdirected and misguided by people who think they have really made it in life. I've told you, Gintu is not married. And the big question people even are asking, what are you doing with such a small girl alone? Yeah, in somewhere you are just lonely. You are flirting with this young girl. What happens? Look at the distance between how they are seated, the distance between Gintu and this young girl. What do you think is happening? I don't want to overthink, but what do you think is going to happen off the camera? How do you think this lady finds Gintu on the other side of Nyamwini village at the fish ponds? How do you think she is being invited there? You know, those are big questions that are left answerless. And why? It's because Gintu doesn't see this. Gintu feels so much entitled that, you know, after all, this is our village. I can do anything. People believe that I'm doing this. I'm not doing this. So let us actually take our time to safeguard our little ones. She's a young girl who is whose future depends on what decisions she makes right now. We don't want to see her again impregnated by people we really don't know, so that she gives out again. She bears a kid who doesn't have a father. Gintu is supposed to guide this young girl. Gintu is supposed to take this young girl as his own daughter. Guide her, tell her, you like this, I'm going to... It's not necessary that she should come on camera so that she will get help. Because after all, he claims to have so much. He's well off. Going and paying about 20,000 Kenyan shillings in a school, it's not bad. You can also take credit, but you cannot first make money through this young lady and claim you need her to be supported by misguiding her. That is bad. It's bad for me, and I don't feel that this young lady is very safe. The parents and even the people who are very close to this child should actually take caution. You know, such a things are the things that put people like Githiriba in a very big shame, in trouble. Gintu doesn't see this. He is just overlooking. He doesn't actually, he feels like what he's doing, that's the best thing he can do. Me, I don't agree with this. So guys, keep on watching my videos. As you watch this video, remember to give it a like, guys. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I really don't know what you're still waiting for, because this is a channel where the truth is always spoken. Guys, we sit down and handle things. We set records very straight. This is how things are being done. And this is how we feel that if it is done this way, then things will be fine. So this is your boy Kamanja underscore KE. For those guys who are joining me up now, this is your boy Kamanja underscore KE. Kamanja is a teacher, a professional high school teacher. I teach Swahili and I teach geography. And Kamanja is also a pro soccer coach. So whenever you see me, I speak, drink, walk, and talk football. Wherever I am. Yeah, that is what I always do. Now, guys, let us go to this big story of the day. Matiko. Matiko, the one guy who David Jr. one day took to rehabilitation and was taken from rehabilitation immaturely by people who really wanted to make money out of Matiko. They misunderstood David Jr.'s methodology of taking Matiko to rehabilitation, and after rehabilitation, they never understood David Jr.'s plan for Matiko. All these things, were it not that Matiko was taken from rehabilitation immaturely, maybe all these problems that are arising now could have not arose. I'm telling you the truth. Maybe all these things that we are talking about, they could have been nowhere to be talked about. It's all because people rushed. People wanted to become opportunistic. People thought that David Jr. was making fortunes from Matiko. And look at what Matiko is undergoing now. The situation is worsening. And I do feel that there is a very big elephant in the house that even Max 1 is not telling people. Even the parents are not telling us. That is why I started by asking you, do you think that Matiko's illness just exploded the other day, yesterday? Matiko has gotten lost from this platform for a very long period. I've never met Matiko personally because I always used to meet Matiko somewhere else. So there is a very big elephant in the house that we don't want to address. We only want to address Matiko's illness, just like that Matiko is sick, and let people. We want to pledge. We want to plead to people to come in and support Matiko get healed, without actually addressing the real problem in the house. That is why I'm saying there is a very big elephant in the house that we need to address. As I'm speaking now, Matiko has been rushed again to the hospital after his situation worsened overnight. What Max 1 was telling us was just a semi-cooked story, a half of the story that people are supposed to hear. The truth of the matter is, Matiko's predicaments, Matiko's illness is bigger than what we think. It's not good, because I saw people in the comment section saying, oh, look at Matiko. Matiko is now becoming skinny. Matiko is becoming a skeleton. It's not good to actually subject a sick person to that guy. You know, that is intimidation. That is why even that is not advisable. When you go to a sick person, even if the health has actually deteriorated so much, you are not supposed to go to him and tell him, hey guy, you are weightless. What is happening? No, you have to give him some encouragement. You be well, my brother, you be well, don't cry. Why? You look at me, you are bigger than me. You know, even in the real sense, the health is deteriorating. It's good to give this guy some sign of what? Living, some hope. Give him some hope that, oh, it's not only you. We are also being, we love you. That is why Matiko needs company. After Matiko fell sick, people ran away from him. His friends ran away from him. The mother never wanted to address this. It's only when things worsened, that's when they looked for who? Maxwell, that is Max 0, Max 1. When they looked for Max 1, Max 1 went there. And actually, because this is now content, he brought the whole thing in public. For him, it was content. Matiko is sick. Let me go there. Even the mother is always mistaking. The moment the camera is on, she only thinks that she is talking to her son foundation. Not everything is addressed to her son foundation. What we are addressing here is Matiko's illness. Let us be sincere and tell people the truth. That Matiko, body organs are not operating, working properly, or they are not functioning properly. Which kind of these body organs I'm talking about? Body organs like liver and the lungs, they are not well. The intestines, they are not well. As we are speaking here, the truth must be spoken that Matiko is a DDO, a daily drinking officer. This is something that Max One never addressed from the word go. When he went there, he only went there for one project, to build a house and live. Anything that happened to Matiko, he never sat Matiko down to advise Matiko at one point that, Matiko, this heavy drinking is going to cost your life one day. I always speak about it. We do drink. But I always tell people, drink maturely. Don't just drink with a purpose, like I want to drink and die. So for Matiko was like, I want to drink and die. He was drinking with the purpose. Drinking, wanting to die. Look at now where alcoholism has taken to Matiko. It is purely alcoholism and substance abuse. Matiko drinks hard stuff, that is local made brew called changa. He doesn't eat. His diet is questionable. He doesn't eat. So body organs have failed him. The liver has failed him. The kidneys are failing. And we are fearing to tell the whole world that, do you know what? This is the effect of drug abuse and even substance abuse and alcoholism. We are just there, like, oh, the doctors told us, oh, you are not supposed to do this. Face and address the elephant in the house. Tell Matiko the truth, that you took too long to realize what you are going, the trap that you are falling into. When David Jr. was taking Matiko to rehabilitation, he was not stupid. When David Jr. actually asked the New Jersey grandma to buy Matiko a motorbike so that Matiko generates his own income, David Jr. was not stupid. Now it is no time to turn to David Jr. and tell David Jr. we need help. Because I've seen people asking, telling people that, oh, they are now turning to David Jr. for help. David Jr. should not help every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the village. Remember, I told you one day that these projects we run in the village, they are just opportunistic projects. That they just arise, we go for them, we make money, and we live. It doesn't matter what we are living back in those families. It doesn't matter how we are actually coming together to improve the lives of those guys in that family. What matters is how much am I gaining from this project. And that's why you see Matiko's situation is now worse than worse. I don't want to insinuate that we are going to lose him. No, God forbid. We also need him to live. But I want him to get healed so that this is another chance that God is giving him. That if I heal you from this scenario, what else are you going to tell people? That alcoholism is a bad thing. Drug and substance abuse is another menace that is killing a lot of youths in this village. Matiko is a young guy, but when you look him in these videos, I really never wanted to show him. Actually, he has actually deteriorated big time. He is weightless. You cannot believe it is Matiko. The only thing that Matiko has been left with is his voice. Now this thing about intestines. You know, the intestines have got a lot of complications. More so, if Matiko actually uses the substances, we call it kuberi. It's kuberi. We have a lot of things, substances, sniff. Nowadays, they always put them under the lips and everything. You know, they go high. They feel like they are going high. You know, we have a lot of substances that are being sold illegally. And this is one thing that we should call upon the Kenyan government also to help. As a youth leader, as he claims, Maxwell, that is Max One, he is supposed to call the youth together and make awareness, create campaigns against drug and substance abuse and also alcoholism, most of this cheap liquor. you know, we call it cheap liquor because with your 50 Kenyan shillings, you can afford for yourself to drink and die. We call them kill me quick drinks and drugs. Kill me quick drinks and drugs. The moment you get them, you feel you are high with your small money and everything, but you really don't know the damages you are causing to your body organs. This is, you know, when somebody comes out and says, this is a deadly situation for Matiko, it's not a money minting platform now for Matiko. That Matiko is sick. Let us see sponsors coming through who, hey, somebody sends 20,000. You know, for many of the people, you will see a lot of YouTubers now going there. Oh, this is Matiko's situation. This is help Matiko. Do this. You know, people are going even to open GoFundMe for Matiko to get healed. Let us not use Matiko's illness as a money minting platform. Because for Max 1, I think that, you know, you are not supposed to be complaining about Matiko's insurance, medical insurance cover that is not working. Those are things that you were supposed to have even let the Asan Foundation know about it. But as much as you are building these people a house, they also need medical insurance, so that, you know, all those medical insurance covers were to be paid for. Now that when you take Matiko to a local facility where we don't have proper, guys, I lost one of my footballers, a young girl, a young boy, a cousin to Gloria Ngaira that I've been talking about. After this young boy fell in a bicycle accident from school, he was taken to that same facility for first aid. The medical practitioners in that place, the specialists in that place, never actually administered proper first aid to this young boy. It took them 2 hours again for this young boy to be actually referred to a proper medical facility, only to reach there. Upon reaching there, I was told that my Andrew had passed on. I don't want to talk about that story. So the whole of this situation, I like it, the fact that whoever has come in to take again Matiko to another hospital, that is a very good step. But we are not supposed to wait for conditions to worsen to this extent for us to come out and start telling people, oh, it is happening. Let us now not use him for content. Today we are here, tomorrow we are here. Remember, we did things immaturely, and that's why Matiko is learning a very hard lesson here. This is a bitter, hard lesson for Matiko. That if he was to become very patient, and Max One is not supposed to be blaming David Jr. that when David Jr. was around, Matiko used to drink. He used to actually film Matiko while drinking. There is a reason as to why you film Matiko while drinking, so that the world knows that this guy that you are supporting, this guy is not a good guy. This guy doesn't want to change. You know, after all, that is one way. You know, if you cannot address the problem, if you cannot take the bull by its horns, that is not problem solving. You are just sugarcoating things. You are just hiding, and you don't want people to see the truth. That is exactly what I can tell you. So Max One should avoid blaming David Jr. that when David Jr. was there, he used to see Matiko drinking and they never did anything. David Jr. used to be very bitter and angry when he always found Matiko drunk. But I remember you've been with Matiko shooting videos while Matiko is drunk, talking nonsense. The likes of Mokami, the village CCTV, well, they are very drunk. As a youth leader, you never sat them down and you never told them that what you guys are doing, it's bad for more so for those guys who have a very poor diet. You go drink hard stuff, kill me quick drugs and drinks, and then you expect this guy, the organs, to function properly. There is a very big risk when one of your organs, your body organs, internal body organs, fail to work functionally. You are risking, as I'm speaking now, Matiko's life is in danger. The situation is not good. That's one thing that we are supposed to be knowing now. It's only between him and God. Guys, it's only between him and God. Now we are leaving everything to God. When you wait for that situation to reach that extent, and then we come out, we start asking for help, support us, do this. We turn even to those guys that we disgusted, for those guys that we disguised and said they were useless. We need their support now. It has taken long, and it was not supposed to reach here. So that is why I'm telling you, we have more that we are supposed to know about Matiko's situation. The small monies that Matiko was used to be given. Matiko is not married. That is one thing that I actually I wanted to see. Max 1 scoring when in the absence of David Jr. because they kept blaming David Jr. for breaking up Matiko's family when David Jr. took Nchagwa away and opened Nchagwa a business at the border town. Nchagwa was Matiko's wife. Now after that, we've never seen Matiko with a wife. Matiko sleeps angry. We know very well, even Matiko's mother she's a drunk. She cannot take care of Matiko. That is where everything actually failed. The small monies that you used to give Matiko, you don't know if Matiko used to go around the border town picking up girls like nonsense. And now look at where he is. Guys, let us actually face the truth. Let us tell people the truth. Because the money that we are being sent by these donors, the 10,000, 20,000 US dollars, Kenyan shillings that we are being sent from the UK, from the US and everything. We have people become they become overexcited. They just become excited with this money and they go and they do use this money the way they want. They use this money on alcohol, drug and substance abuse. They use this money on women and everything without even thinking, without even taking precautions that this thing might be dangerous. I might be risking my life. Guys, I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm talking about. Matiko is not supposed to be taken to a local medical facility like this. With that situation that I saw, Matiko is supposed to be taken to a proper medical facility with everything. Let all the diagnosis, let people diagnose what is actually the problem. It is not measurement like Max 1 was saying it about, like they have measured. No, wamechukua vipimo. Yeah, the diagnosis is something different. Let us know the problem with Matiko so that people will come in and support where necessary for Matiko to get well. It is not poisoning like I've seen people saying, oh, Matiko was poisoned. You know, that is how the parents think that their son was now becoming a celeb. And, you know, maybe the enemies poisoned Matiko. Matiko might have been poisoned. That is not the elephant I'm talking about. Those are just blame games. People are shifting goalposts. People are guessing. What do you think might be happening to Matiko? Was he poisoned? Now, when we talk about the intestines, you don't know we have intestinal intestinal obstruction. They had the stuff that Matiko takes, you know, like sniff. Nowadays, sniff is not even sniffed. They put sniff here. That the tobacco, they put it here. They lay foundation here, and you know they get high. We have kuber. Kuberis. We have gutka. Those are Indian drugs. You know, that is where they put it. You know, we have another one called fellow or feni. Yeah, I have seen a lot of them. You know, I have seen boys and girls using those ones. So when those things overwhelm the intestines, you might not know. This guy doesn't drink water. This guy doesn't eat properly. It might lead to intestinal obstruction. When the intestines become very thin and thin and thin, maybe they obstruct each other and they develop some they develop somewhat. They develop holes or some pores. That's where the problem becomes from. The kidneys cannot function because they have been overworked by alcohol and substance abuse. The appendix is full. Matiko might need surgery. I'm telling you, Matiko might need surgery. If it is something doing with the intestinal, like the intestines, any internal body organ, then Matiko may need surgery. And don't think that surgery is going to be all that easy. We are going to come out here, ask for support. People are going to say, oh, you guys are begging. But why did we leave this to go this far? Because when David Jr. left Matiko, that is when Matiko became a pure DDO, a permanent DDO, a permanent daily drinking officer. No eating, only drinking. Hard stuff, kill me quick. And look at where the kill me quick has taken to Matiko. We don't know what the likes of Ginto are coming out to say about the other one. I don't know what the fake veterinary and everybody. We really don't know what they are going to talk about. But the truth is, they slept on this situation. They are now waking up very late when the situation has actually worsened. Let us wish Matiko quick recovery. But it's a caution to us. It's a call to us that when you feel sick, when your friend is sick, just go and actually don't wait for the situation to worsen so that you come out, you want to wash yourself and say, oh, I was not around, I was not aware. You were aware. When you decided to live with this guy, when you decided to actually be in the company of this guy, you must be aware of what he is going through. Matiko has no kid. Matiko has no wife. Who can explain that this happened? So this thing people are saying, oh, Matiko was poisoned. Matiko, let us take Matiko to hospital so that, you know what, all the medical reports that we are going to get will help us solve or will help us support Matiko's to support Matiko's healing, just like that. But for now, I'm asking people to wish him quick recovery. Matiko was not an enemy to any person. Matiko was only a misguided guy. Matiko never knew what was happening. Matiko was overexcited with what was coming through. Matiko became a celeb all of a sudden in the village and everything. And he forgot about himself. He forgot about his own health. That is it. And now he is the only person to blame for what is happening to him. Guys, that is my opinion. He is the only guy who is supposed to be blamed for what is happening to him now. But all we wish is to see him healthy so that he lives to tell people the story about all this drug abuse and alcoholism. That is what I can tell you. So guys, from this village of Nyabwanse, I really wish you all the best. I am happy that we are all doing well. And I'll be leaving the village in one piece. And I hope I'll be coming back to the village in one piece. And for those guys who are very sick, just like my brother Matiko from the other side, let us not blame another person for his illness. I've told you that Matiko is the only person to be held responsible for what is happening. You know, we have lifestyle diseases. That is one thing before I wind up. I really want to tell you guys, we have lifestyle diseases. Diseases that just we incur those diseases, or we actually come across those diseases because of our lifestyle. The way we eat, the way we sleep, the way we operate on a daily basis. Our diet will determine how healthy we are. You know, like diabetes, you know, all these sexually transmitted diseases, those are lifestyle diseases. Those are just lifestyle diseases. Diseases that affect the liver because of alcoholism. That is lifestyle. Lungs, kidneys, those are lifestyle diseases. And they are very dangerous if not well treated. I'm telling you, they are very dangerous if not well treated. So that is why I'm asking people not to blame another person here, but let us actually address the elephant in the house, that this is what is happening here, and how I wish it was supposed to be avoided long time ago, before we start crying and regretting for not taking action before all this thing happened. So from this idea, I want to leave you guys. I want to ask our good Lord to guide you, to protect you always, and to give you life. You know, that is it. The gift of life. You know, when we wake up in the morning and we are full of life, that is something that is very great. That is what we are asking. Let God protect our families from wherever we are. Those guys in Venezuela, for those guys who lost their lives, God actually rest their souls in peace. And for those ones who are actually still stuck in the rubbles, kindly God give us a way, or give those guys, the rescuers, a way to actually rescue those guys and from where they are. Let us pray for every person. Let us pray for African continent, so that this time round one of our African nations is going to carry the trophy home, that is World Cup. Let us also pray for the footballers who are in America. Let us give them, let us pray for their health and everything, so that they keep on entertaining us. You know, football is kind of entertainment. Yeah, football is purely entertainment. And I told you guys that if it happens that we are going to heaven, the only game that is going to be played in heaven is football. It is football, because God and Jesus, and all the angels, the disciples who followed Jesus, loved football so much. They had a very big crowd, a very big fan base, just like football. So get prepared that football will be the only game that will be played in heaven. You know, I don't know which team, and if there is a team that is going to be allowed to play in heaven, all this time is Arsenal Football Club from North London. Thank you very much, guys. Let's meet up in my next video. God bless you. God bless you abundantly.